Obama said it. So I didn't say I like Ronald Reagan's policy. What I said was that is the kind of working majority we need to form in order to move a progressive agenda forward. So when I see President Trump distort my words, say somehow that I was saying Republicans are the only ones who had good ideas since 1980, then that is not a way to move the debate forward. That is not a way to help the American people. And I am not running for president just to become president. I'm running to help the American people. I'm not willing to say or do anything just to win an election. Because when you start operating that way, you lose the trust of the American people. And we need trust if we're going to build the kind of country that all of us want for our children and our grandchildren. Well, let me just address one last argument that's been made. And this is aside from those emails y'all been getting. Now, I've been at the same church, the same Christian church, for 20 years. My wife and I were married in that church. Our children were dedicated in that church. I was sworn in with my hand on the family Bible.
All right.
Whenever I'm in the United States Senate, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Woo!
Well, if you get some silly email, send it back. Just tell them. No, don't delete it. Send it back to whoever sent it. Tell them this is all crazy. Educate. So that's right. Educate, don't hate. There's one last argument that's been made, and this has to do with hope. You know, I talk about change a lot. I've been talking about change since the beginning of this campaign. I talked about change when we were up. I talked about change when we were down. And this change thing must be catching on because I know everyone's talking about change. It's okay. We want everybody on the change bandwagon. But not only have we been talking about change, I've also talked about hope. Yeah, I have hope on my side. I gave a speech in Boston at the convention about hope. I wrote a book called The Audacity of Hope. And it's understandable because, you know, I wouldn't be standing here if it weren't for hope. I was not born into privilege. My father left when I was 2 years old, like a whole lot of young men in South Carolina. I grew up without a daddy in the house. We didn't have a lot of money. We didn't come from status. And so all I had was love, education, and some hope. But I noticed lately that some of my competitors in this race have been almost scornful about the idea of hope. They say, oh, you're talking about hope again. He's so naive. He's peddling false hopes. He needs a reality check. He's a hope monger. It's a fairy tale. Yeah, you know, the implication is that somehow if you are hopeful, that you must be engaging in wishful thinking. Your head must be in the clouds. You must somehow be a talker and not a doer. Right? That's the implication, that you must be passive, waiting for good things to happen to you instead of willing to struggle for it. Well, that's not what hope is. Hope is not blind optimism. Hope is not shirking from a fight. Hope is not ignoring the barriers and challenges and hurdles that stand in your way. I know it will be hard to provide health care to every American. I propose a health care bill that says every single American will have health care as good as the health care I have as a member of Congress. And if you don't already have health care, we're going to lower your premium by $2,500.